Hello friends! Wild boars in the US have attacked crop farms, causing American farmers to lose billions of dollars each year. How do American farmers and hunters using aircraft respond to wild boar attacks on crop farms? Come with us to the American fields to see this deal. Wild boars, powerful wild animals, are capable of causing a lot of damage to crops and people's property. Wild boar attacks on crop farms in the US are becoming increasingly serious, especially in recent years when the number of wild boars in the US is increasing rapidly. To cope with this situation, American farmers and hunters have applied many different measures. One of the most traditional and effective measures is hunting. Hunters' skill and knowledge of how to approach and handle wild boars has played an important role in controlling wild boar numbers and reducing damage caused to farms. However, faced with a rapid increase in wild boar numbers, more effective measures are needed. In addition to hunting, a new method has been applied in some areas in the US, which is the use of aircraft to monitor and control wild boars. This is a challenging but potentially effective measure to reduce wild boar numbers and protect crop farms. A combination of traditional measures and new methods could help the United States deal with the growing problem of wild boar attacks on agricultural farms. The first step in wild boar hunting is to hire a suitable aircraft to carry out the task. Hunters often choose between helicopters and propeller planes, each with its own advantages. Helicopters are a popular choice due to their ability to fly lower and be more flexible. They help hunters easily access hunting areas and observe wild boars from a vantage point. This aircraft is often used in areas with complex terrain and requires flexibility during hunting. Propeller aircraft, although faster, are capable of moving quickly between hunting areas. This helps hunters to quickly deal with wild boars moving or spotted in different locations. After renting a suitable plane, the hunter gets on the plane and flies to the hunting area. Before takeoff, they thoroughly check safety equipment and hunting gear to make sure everything is working properly. When arriving at the hunting area, hunters use scopes to search for wild boars. Wild boars often gather in areas with lots of food and water, such as rice fields, cornfields, or forests with streams. However, it is often easier to find wild boar in crop fields than in fairly open and dense forested areas. In rice fields, hunters have wider vision and can easily observe wild boars from afar. This is where wild boars often appear to search for food, such as corn seeds and other rice plants. When hunters notice a wild boar in the field, they can approach cautiously to shoot it. However, the more difficult situation for hunters is when they have to search for wild boars in dense forest areas or with more complex terrain. In these cases, wild boars may hide in the forest and use the terrain for cover and protection from hunting. Hunters will have to rely on their scope and observation skills to identify wild boar tracks and signs, such as tracks, feeding areas, or footprints. When a wild boar is detected, the hunter informs the pilot and together they fly to the wild boar's location. Then the hunter uses a hunting gun to shoot down the target animal. Typically, wild boars are shot from the back of the head or neck to ensure the kill is quick and effective. The average range of a helicopter when hunting is about 750 feet. This means the helicopter can hit targets 750 feet away. There are hunting devices that can shoot at a range of 1,000 feet, so hunting can be done in many different ways with many skills. When the wild boar is downed, the plane lands and the hunter harvests the wild boar. This may include cutting, packaging, and transporting wild boar to processing or market for sale. However, it should be noted that hunting wild boar by plane has its own advantages and disadvantages. Although this method allows hunters to access areas that are difficult to reach by road and can hunt many wild boars in a short time, it also has high costs and can be dangerous for people and other animals in the area.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.